Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Legacy Mastermind. My name is Sheena Chater Wheeler, and I am the host of the Legacy Mastermind. I host this call the last Sunday of every month from Avondale, Newfoundland, and everybody is welcome. Each week, we log in to bring you trainers to share tips and tricks and encourage each other to help us expand our business. And we always encourage you to log on and show your cameras and log on live if you can, because it's got a different energy when you're on live. But it is going to be recorded. So each month we bring a different guest who's going to train on a topic of my choice. And this month we have Stephanie Cron-Pitcher. So Steph and I met at a market over the winter. And as soon as I met her, I don't know, I was just inspired by her energy. And I was like, okay, I need to hear more about your story. So I was super excited to have her here. Stephanie is from Carbonear. We actually have a few people in common now that I see as it goes on. She's got
Yes.
two beautiful girls, Anna and Elise, and her husband Darren, who surprised her tonight. He came home on the boats and stopped in to surprise her at the mall. She did a market today. She likes to travel, have adventures, go to new places. She is a girl guide. And most exciting of all is she is a registered pharmacy technician for 23 years. And this past June decided to take a step away from that trade to pursue her passion. She was brave enough to leave that job and explore to see what this is going to bring her. So she started a small doing balloons and events for people because she realized that there was no one around doing it. And she was like, this would be a great idea if I could bring this to other people. So she started a Facebook page, and from there, she's got the 360 booth. And tonight, she is going to train on how she grew her business out of a need. So, no further ado, thank you for being here, Stephanie. Thank you for your time. Please go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, like Sheena said, my name is Stephanie Cron-Pitcher, and she gave my intro great. I I loved my careers in pharmacy. Absolutely loved it. I love my coworkers, but I am enjoying this creative outlet right now, and I'm running with it, and it's starting to take off, and I'm enjoying every second of it. So I kind of started. I got my photo booth in June, and then in October, I asked for a leave from work. I was granted that leave in November. So it's been, and people say to me, do you enjoy being off of work? And I'm like, I am not off work. I've never been busier in my life. This is amazing, rewarding what I'm doing now. So yeah, I'll just kind of go over how I started it, I guess. I always enjoyed events and parties, and I mean it brings me true joy to attend a party, to host a party. So I started doing some smaller balloon arches for friends and family, and someone suggested that I start up a little Facebook page, which I did. And from that Facebook page, I was able to get a few bigger events to do. I did the TCP telethon and their auction and yeah, sporting events. So much fun doing those sporting events. So I had a friend who was getting married, and she said, I'm trying really hard to get like a photo booth or like something in the area, and there doesn't seem to be anything around here. And a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, I'm going to use a little bit of profit that I have from the balloon stuff that I was doing, and I'm going to I'm going to invest in a photo booth. I said to my husband, I said, I'm going to go for it. If it doesn't work out, we'll have some amazing parties. So I did it. I got the photo booth. I did my first couple of things that I did was kind of like, hey, I'm going to do this for you just to get some promo videos and stuff like that. So from there, I have, like I've really been building my business a lot. And I've got stuff coming up with the city of St. John's. I've got stuff with the community here in Carbonear. Done lots with Placentia. I feel like I'm getting more established as time goes on, and I'll tell you kind of how I did that. Like I said, I saw a need in this area. And then I was kind of in some parenting groups, and someone said, "Oh, I wish that we could have those sleepover teepees." So I was like, okay, I have a little bit of profit in my business account here. I'm going to purchase that and add that to the things that I do. So from that, recognizing that need in this area, I added that to my list of things, and that's been going wonderful as well. Before I took the leap from leaving work, we sat down as a family, and I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And here's what I need from you guys as a family to set me up for success. So we went over it all, and we went over, here's what my financial expectations are from this business beginning, and what it would mean for me in terms of my role as a mother and a partner, and we all have to work together. Setting that up at first was amazing because everybody knew going into it, it's not going to be easy at first. We kind of knew that there would be, a little bit of time where maybe my pharmacy income was being missed. So far, knock on wood, I've been able to cover the expenses that I was hoping to, and it's just progressing. So it's wonderful. So one thing that I did do was I attended community events. I am a big community person. I love my Girl Guides. I love my town, and I went to everything. I went and I said, "Hey, I see that you're having this event. Would you mind if I do some balloons for you?" And from that, I've met people. People get to see my work. The town of Carbonear lets me do a monthly display. Like, I can tell you how much I appreciate that creative outlet. And I've gotten such positive feedback that it's bringing people into the community. They're coming in to see the balloon displays. There's a library in the building. There's kids who want to go to the library now just to see the different displays that I have up. So I recommend looking around your area, see what events you can attend or what you can offer. Can I give out balloons at this event? And on each balloon, I'd have a sticker with my QR code and, hey, check us out on Facebook or social media. As a small business owner in this community, they offer every so often, every maybe 4 months or so, they have a get together at the town hall where all businesses are invited to attend. I just attended my first one. If that is available in your community, please take advantage of it. From that meeting, I was able to, they had a gentleman there who specialized in marketing, and he had just moved here, and he said, I see a need for businesses in the area to get a Google business account. He said, I see people here who are just relying on Facebook. They have their Facebook page. They're not established. Tourists are coming into this community. If they look it up, they don't use Facebook, and all that's popping up is a Facebook group. You need to set yourself up with that. I took his advice. I did that. From having a Google listing now, I've had people reach out. Very, very, very important as a small business owner. Make sure you're advertising appropriately. Facebook is great. A lot of people do use Facebook, but sometimes it's just not enough depending on how big you want your business to grow. So I really took that and ran with that. So I'm trying to look at expanding almost my advertising a bit more. So I was very happy to hear that. Another little tip that I picked up from that meeting was they had a couple of people from the RCMP there, and they said, if you're a small business owner and you have equipment and stuff like that, because unfortunately crime is up and people are trying to protect their businesses, make sure you have something on your equipment to identify it. So if something did happen, I can say, okay, I have a smiley face in the left-hand corner and my name on it. And they have been able to retrieve stuff for business owners based on their equipment being marked. I thought that was a great tidbit. I thought I'd share it with you. I came home and I marked everything I own, and I have a lot of stuff down in the basement, let me tell you. Another really beneficial thing that I found was helpful was networking. So, Jasmine, actually from the mom market, reached out to me on Instagram and said, "Hey, I see that you have a photo booth. Would you be interested in attending a market?" And I thought, oh, okay, you know what? I've never seen something like this at a market. I'm going to go for it. So I met Sheena, which was like, you just know sometimes your people. She was immediately my people. Like, I just had the warmest vibe from her. It was amazing. You have to network. You have to get out there. There were days where there wasn't a lot of traffic. I drove in from Carbonear and it wasn't maybe financially great for me. But what I gained in meeting people, experiences, there's no value on it. Like, it was amazing. Like, I'm here doing this now from meeting Sheena. Amazing. Like, blows my mind. So you just have to like put yourself out there, and not everything is going to be financially successful, but it all evens out. I've done other markets where I've been extremely successful. So it's kind of balanced itself out. So I watched that other episode with that lady who was kind of saying, like, have your weekly and your monthly budget in mind, right? So I kind of do that now, and things balance out a bit. I don't focus on, oh, I didn't make this target at this one event. So yeah, I just try and surround myself with like-minded people. In this area, there's a lot of great businesses. So I make it a priority to go to them. If they don't reach out to me, I'll bring down a balloon display or stop in with some business cards. Hey, like, did you know I offer this? Or I see what you're doing. You're very successful. I'd love to do a collaboration with you. Everything is not going to come to you. You have to make yourself known. You have to put yourself out there. I email. I go in and visit people. Sometimes just seeing someone in person, I can't tell you how much like that means to people. So from doing that, I have lots of collabs coming up. There's a new business opening at the mall, Kiddo Galaxy. So excited for this business to open. And from talking with her, she booked me to do the grand opening balloons. A great gig. Like, I'm so excited. So don't wait for people to come to you. You might have your Facebook site up and stuff. Make yourself known. Make yourself, show, here's a sample of what I can do. And I reached out to someone. I said, I see you're having this event. I actually have amazing teapot idea. I'd love to do a teapot theme. And then I was booked for something. They wrote me back and they were like, hey, we didn't know you did this, but I'm going to book you for this event that you mentioned, which is fantastic. And from that, now I have other corporate things to do, right? So, and yeah, I was just kind of like booking Christmas parties and making sure that whatever I was booked for, I put my whole heart and soul into. If you book me for an event, I want people to know that I'm going to make it special for you, as special as I can. And I am genuine. If you're having a baby shower, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for that chapter of your life. And people have told other people, hey, she was great. She provided this, and when I wanted to change last minute, we rolled with it. I want to know whoever I'm doing something for, if I'm doing the photo booth for you, say for a wedding, tell me about your relationship. Tell me what your interests are. A couple who were traveling, I added some travel stuff to the border of their videos. Okay, you're a lobster fisherman. I ordered props that have lobsters in them. They were delighted. So I am paying attention to the little details. Yes, people come in with photo booths from other areas and stuff like that. They are available, not directly in this area maybe, but people are available. But I want to stand out. I want to make sure you're not just getting a cookie cutter business. I could just go in and operate my booth and have my props available. but I like to put that little bit extra in to let you know that I am here for you to make this your day. I am interactive. I I pride myself on that. I really do. If it's a birthday party, tell me more about the birthday person. Like, tell me about their interests, and I'll try and add something in there for them. So, yeah, so I guess just be genuine. I I don't ask questions just, for my business checklist. I genuinely want to get to know you. And I just listen to people, what they want. So that I found is very helpful. People really just want to be heard. You can hire someone to do balloons and they might do the same displays. Not me. Tell me what you want. Give me a creative challenge. I had a lady book me. I just did a 6-foot toothbrush out of balloons. I would never do that. She said, "Do you think you can do this?" We're doing this. Yes, let's do it. Stuff like that. And also, something that helped me was I was diagnosed with ADHD when recently as an adult. That to me was life changing. I struggled for so many years, didn't know why. Went through the process of getting diagnosed, and they took one look at my report cards, and they were like, "Hey, you probably should have been looking into this prior." But now with this, what I'm doing now, I harness that. That is not something that is holding me back. That's pushing me forward. I do well on when there's pressure and deadlines. I am your girl. I'm doing it. Do I struggle with organizing? You betcha I do. I have to actively work at being organized and scheduling. That is something that I don't enjoy, but I work at. So even though you don't enjoy something, you do have to, improve on, recognize your weaknesses. And I recognize mine and I work with it, but I also harness my creativity. I'm going for it. I'm giving it my all. Please do that in your business. Work with what your personality, like, just go for it. Harness your creativity. I have never done that in my life, and I have never felt more free and more happy. And they say if you enjoy what you do for work, you won't work a day in your life. I am enjoying this immensely. So on that note, I also recognize when to ask for help. Okay, I'm overwhelmed here, like, family, you're going to have to chip in here. You don't have to do it all. Prioritize, get your job done that you're focused on right now. If the laundry isn't done, I had to let that go. Everyone's going to be okay. Help me. This is what I need help with. So that is important because we, as women especially, feel the need to do everything. We don't have to do everything. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace and room to breathe. Like, everybody's got a lot of pressure on them. So just ask for help. Say, "Hey, I realize that maybe I should have this done. It's not going to be done. And here's what you can do to help me." And yeah, so organizing, I have to organize what equipment I need for the week, how long the booking is. I've got a system down now, but it took me a while to get that system. I have a paper system. I have a calendar printed out for each month. So I'll physically write it in. I have to put it in my digital calendar. I have sticky notes and reminders everywhere just to organize a bit, because it's very easy to agree to a project and then kind of it slips out of your mind. But I need to look at that and see, okay, here's my month, here's my week, here's my day. And I find that very, very helpful. And here's what I need to achieve today. And if I don't think I can achieve it, I've reached out to people and said, like, "Hey, like, I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do this. Can we," and come up with a plan. It's worked. People are more than receptive to work with you. So yeah, another thing that I found helpful to me that I'm still kind of learning from is to accept criticism. It's not all bad. You can learn from stuff that maybe when you look back, you'll say, oh, you know what? They were right. I probably could have done that a little bit differently, and I'm going to educate myself now on how to do it. I had delivered an arch to a lady, and when I saw her pictures on social media, it was placed in front of a window, and when the pictures were being taken during the day, you could see through it. So I immediately messaged her. I said, hey, I didn't realize you could see through that. I'm going to work on my placement in a room when I have my next project. I'm going to double up on my arch covers. I am so sorry, but I recognize that that might have not been what you want. And would you like a refund? And she said, I didn't even notice it. So I offered her a discount on her next booking if she wanted to have one. And I've had 3 more bookings from this lady. So I recognized what I'd done and I learned from that. Also, I've had nice compliments as well. I had a lady who wrote me and said, hey, can you do my engagement photos? And I said, or balloons. And I said, absolutely. Send me some inspo pics and we can pick something out for you. So I'll never forget, she sent me 6 pictures and she said, here's what I kind of found on the internet. Can you do any of these? And I wrote her back and I said, 2 of these pictures are my work. And she couldn't believe it. She was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, they're my things that I've done. She couldn't believe it. Anyway, she was very happy. I've got lots more bookings. And that's the thing. When you make a booking in my business, and I'm sure other people, it's not like a one-time thing. If you like what I do, if you like not having to go out and plan everything, you're going to get repeat bookings. So you want to put every effort into every project that you can. I put my heart and soul to every project because I never know, even if it's small, I don't know if that's going to lead to something bigger, which it has. It's very easy to look and say, hey, I don't really want to do this one because it's not that big of a financial gain for me, or, something came up after where I could have made more profit on something else. But I take that, whatever project comes to me, and I put my heart and soul into it. You're getting, I'm going to do my best. And that pays off. They come back to you. They refer you to your friends. I'm really, really, really doing well with corporate events. So from doing Christmas parties for events, that again, I personalized. They were very impressed with that. Booked for summer parties, and my Christmas season's almost fully booked for next year. Just because I put so much effort and time into what I did this year. So I'll get the benefit from that coming up. Amazing to me. And I'm just kind of checking my notes here. Another thing that I struggle with, which I'm sure others will, is sometimes you need to look at quality over quantity. I now, because I was taking a lot of stuff on at first, and you do get kind of rushed and you get kind of, okay, so now what I do is I want to put full quality into what I'm doing. So I scale back. And another tip is to know your worth. If someone tries to lowball you, or, say, well, someone sent me a very obviously AI generated, very elaborate arch. And I said, wow, that's beautiful. I said, it's not actually real, but it is beautiful. And I can come as close as possible. And then they said, my budget's $80. And I said, well, there's at least $100 of supplies there. So it's probably not going to work. But I can do a smaller arrangement for you if that is your budget. And here's what I can do. And here's an example of that. So you have to know your worth, because there was a time at the very, very beginning where I was going to try and do that and I was going to take a loss. But now you just have to know your worth. Um, Quality over quantity, very important tools that I kind of wish I had at first. If someone doesn't book with you because they say your prices are too high, that's fine. I just let that go. Sometimes I've had a few messages come back to me and say, hey, by the time I bought just a couple of balloons at Party City, it was more than the quote you gave me, and I apologize. And I'm like, hey, you know what? No problem. I have to recognize that all bookings aren't realistic, and I'll offer a solution. This is the way to work within your budget and my skill set. If that's an option, we'll go with it. But sometimes it doesn't work out, sometimes it does. But so far, it's been really good. Another thing is that I am a very creative problem solver. Delivering balloons and setting up photo booths in our climate has been a struggle. And I have had to think quickly and on my feet. I have to adjust balloons. I did some balloon columns, and the top tiers of the balloons went. I feel like they may be in Belle Island right now because they went. I couldn't even see them. I don't even know. They passed a plane. So I got into I'd driven 40 minutes to set this display up. I could have cried, but I problem solved, took some from other place, tucked this in here, and it was okay. You just think on your feet. You got to creatively problem solve. Back to my diagnosis of ADHD, I left a very important bag at a hotel parking lot with all the stuff I needed to operate my photo booth. I left from St. John's, got to Placentia to a venue. I didn't have that important bag. I couldn't set up my booth without this bag. So with the stuff that I did have there, after I, internally cried, internally screamed, did it all, I talked to the owner. I said, hey, here's what I do have on hand, and it's pretty cool. So here's what I'm going to do. And we set it up without the photo booth. I did some manual videos. The kids who did it loved it. I got bookings from that. I was ready to turn around and leave. If something like that happens, there's always a solution. You can figure something out. Think on your feet. Work with whoever booked you. Don't get discouraged. Come up with a solution. Offer a discount the next booking. Just don't get discouraged. It's so easy. And and again, I've really tried to surround myself with like-minded people. I like doing this evening. It's outside of my, normal comfort zone, but I am so happy to be given the opportunity that you saw something in me to do this. It means so much to me. It really does. So if you see another business that's doing well, give them a compliment. You never know when they're feeling discouraged. Like sometimes I feel discouraged. Just one compliment will make sure you do that and support the people around you. It's easy to order online sometimes, but I'm out there in this community and I'm supporting businesses and I want you to thrive. And they return that to me as well. And that's not why I do it, but I do that just because that's what I would like to receive. If I don't, that's fine, but I know I've done it. And the support that I've got from people has been overwhelming. I'm having a really good time with it. So I'm not sure where I am in time there, but
you've got 10 minutes left if you have anything else to say, but you've been great.
Well, I just want to stress again that I saw a need for something in the area. I had my career. I was, financially comfortable. Sometimes you have to take that leap and it is terrifying.
So scary. I can't even believe, like terrifying.
Terrifying.
I like if there's a plan B, I mean, I feel like I'm inspired. Like I have notes here saying things like the attending the community events. Like
Yes.
I have to like put myself on the side of like a soccer field and give out products, like
Yes,
advertise
yes,
appropriately. So many times I've looked at a business and I've looked for it up online and there's no website and there's just a Facebook.
yes.
You're right.
Yeah,
Just I'm like, okay, maybe I can see if I can
yeah,
do a Google link for my business. Talking
yeah.
about like not waiting for people to come to you.
No, you have to put yourself out there.
Like,
I'm not kidding you. The emails that I've sent and the response back that I get from,
mm,
hey, like, thank you for, I didn't know you were available. And
yeah,
thank you for giving me, showing me what you can do. And thank
yeah,
you for working with me. I'm adaptable too. Like, if you want something, tell me. We'll
mm,
work through it. I'll do as close as I can. And also, I've done setups where I've kind of seen that something isn't, kind of. I did a giant bow. I'm a bow girl. I'm pink. Everything's pink. I've learned that not everyone is.
yeah.
So I kind of looked at this girl and I was like, hey, something's not right, is it? And she said, I don't like bows. I whipped that bow off as fast as I could, and I was able to put something.
Yep.
I had something sports themed that I was able to tie into it.
Yeah.
She loved it then.
Being
Just
adaptable,
like,
like
kind of
listening.
be adaptable. I could have took that as an insult. Huh, she doesn't like my work.
Yep.
I'm there to help you. You're not here to, it's not about you helping me.
Yep.
I want to make this special for you.
Yeah. I highlighted that too, is just that finding a mutual need, like you said about,
Yeah.
going into the
Yes.
businesses and saying like, what can I do for you too? Finding that
Yeah.
it's about finding the mutual need for both of each other. And this is all the tips you gave are totally applicable to all all
Yes.
the businesses, anybody who's
Yes.
trying to make their business work and grow. And I think you were like nuggets of like noteworthy stuff all over. I have so much faith and belief in what you're doing, and I have
Oh,
no
thank
doubt
you.
that you are not going to
Thank
go
you.
back behind the counter as a pharmacist.
Yeah, my calendar is quickly filling up, and when I say that I get joy from what I do,
Mm.
I did a gender reveal. I dropped the balloons off today. They messaged me last minute, and I was like, "Oh, I'm doing this. If
That's
I
so
have to stay
exciting.
up and not sleep,
Yeah.
it's being done, and you're gonna have a nice display." And they loved it, so it was wonderful. And I popped in a small gift certificate for them for their baby's first birthday.
So
So they'll
smart.
remember that.
Yeah.
You're not going to get like your kindness and your stuff like that might not get you profit right
Today.
away. It might not be immediate. But down the road they're going to say, "Hey, do you remember that lady
Yeah.
who gave us this or who brought this in?
Yep.
Let's suggest her or let's hire her or let's, reach out to her." It's happening for me. Like
I
it's
love
it's
this
happening.
mindset. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it's happening.
I'm not look, we all have a cup of water, and people look in our cup to see if you have more than them.
Mm.
And some people look in to see, hey, do they have enough? I'm going to pour some of mine into their cup. I don't ever want to be that other person to look into someone's cup and hey, they have more than me. Well, I want everybody to succeed. So I'm going to support you. You're going to support me.
That's why we're here
It's just
today
a nice
doing this,
way.
hustling. And I hope that so many people are going to hear this training that may not be on today, but may listen later.
Right.
And this alone is just sharing that information. And like, that's why I love this, like, so that you can
I'm
just share
happy.
that. Yeah.
Well, I have Sunday Boss now
Yes.
from the other lady. I'm like,
Yes.
yes, there are certain days of the week where I cannot listen to my own advice
Yes. The Friday
or
boss.
think,
Don't listen to the Friday
no,
boss.
like if I'm like tired and I'm like, can I do this? That's not who I'm listening to. I'm going to come back after I've had a nap and a cup of tea. I love that advice, actually. I will, like, I
Yeah,
want to get that on
nuggets
a
every
shirt.
week. So thank
Yeah.
you, Stephanie, for coming. Thank you for
Thank
being here.
you.
I hope to see you on all of our monthly calls and
Don't listen to your
sharing the
Friday
vibes. And I
girl
know I'll
today.
see you soon. So thank you. I know you're not long home from a market today and you boogied home. So I
Yep.
appreciate your time. And yeah, you've been a lovely guest.
Thank you, Sheena. And Melissa, I loved I watched your episode twice. Am I fangirling right now?
Yeah.
But I appreciate you. And I
Yeah.
appreciate
Exactly.
also hearing, that we're all kind of rolling with it and we're all struggling sometimes.
Yep.
And we're all there to see each other thrive. And, it's good to do this. This is wonderful.
Yes. All right. I'll stop the recording there and
Okay.
thank you.